Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, just want to do one more quick update talking about the relevance of the latest moves of Bitcoin in the current correction. So overall, where do we come from? We can still see this sort of bear flag, yeah, if you want to call it like that. There are various ways of drawing it. You can even draw it like that if we have a parallel sort of channel from there. That's one way of doing it, or we just lay it from here. In the end, it doesn't matter too much. What counts for me are rather the sort of waves, yeah. And it still matters, yeah, because today Bitcoin failed or fell short of breaking out of this ascending trend line, and we take a look at that. Overall, though, we can still be on the bullish side here at the moment, and that is what the waves currently suggest to me. It is a completely different situation to what we had up here, which, if you take a look at it, it looks much more messy. Yeah, there was no chance to count this bullish. There was no chance. This was a clear three-wave structure. Also, what I mentioned to you back then, that there was no chance we could build new all-time highs on this. Here, the situation is completely different. You can count here a wave 1, you can count here a wave 2, and you can count here another 1, 2, and you can count here another 1, 2, which means you can always count impulsive waves to the upside, which was not possible here. So that's the difference, okay? And we still need to be careful, as I said before, because while the waves are suggesting the trend could be changing to the upside, and there is some evidence for that, it's still too early. And again, I can only give it a 60% probability at the moment, and it will take quite a while until I can lift that even higher for Bitcoin, okay? So there is still a 40% probability that we actually come down below 17,500. Few people have asked me again, what would be the bearish scenario? Well, for me, the bearish scenario would just be, and I mentioned that now a few times, would just be simply this WXY pattern that I mentioned now, or have been mentioning for many weeks now. It could also be a WXYXZ pattern. In the end, it doesn't make a great difference. It would still be this WXY, and I mentioned it, I think, in the earlier video today, that we then have here in the wave Y an A, a B, and this would be a C wave. That is currently still unfolding. However, with that count, I've got a bit of a problem, because the C wave would consist of 5 waves, and what we can count here is currently a 1, 2, which means it would push up way higher in the end, with the wave 3 and the 4 and the 5 still coming, than the wave Y target could reasonably be. So that makes actually the bearish scenario a bit less likely, but still, yeah, we can understand it that way. And the key level here for the wave Y is that $25,755 level. If we bounce off that bearish with a strong reaction, we need to be considering that we might just be in the bearish scenario. We still have it on the radar, and everybody who's going long anywhere at the moment needs to consider, it has to do with risk management, yeah, very easily, that we could still very much be in a bear flag and in a bearish scenario. That's simply what we don't know yet. But what I find quite interesting is that, in contrast to what you would normally expect as a bear flag, you can see that we move away step by step from this lower support. So it's more like a rising curve that's emerging here. So it's quite interesting, yeah, just something to consider. So yeah, today we came down and we hit support here in the target range, in the reversal range, and we actually bounced off. So that's sort of what we expected. So the local low today was exactly in this target area, in this reversal area, and that was pretty much, I believe, at the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, one of the levels that I mentioned to you as a possible reversal point to the upside here. Exactly the 50% Fib level at 22.7K. Now, Bitcoin, depending on how you draw this channel, but there are different ways of how it can be drawn. But in my opinion, Bitcoin fell short of breaking out of the channel. So that would be evidence, or at least, there are different ways how this can be drawn. But a breakout of this channel would be important to indicate that the wave 2 here is over. As I mentioned before, it wouldn't be a problem to even drop lower in the wave C here. for example, to that level at 22.4k or even 22.2. That's all possible still in the wave 2 here. And we can remain sort of more on the bullish side until we really drop below 20.7k. But already if we go below the red line here, red zone here, which is between 21.9 or 21,850 and 21,380, already below that level, it gets a bit critical. Ideally, we reverse somewhere here to the upside and finish off the wave 2. Now we moved up, and to be honest, we can actually, on a lower time frame, we can count this as an impulse. Okay, so it's not a 3-wave structure, it's a 5-wave move on lower time frame. So, and if I draw the channel like that, it's not ideal, but I can draw that channel like that. 1, 2 touch points, and here would be the third one. It's actually looking like that we already broke out of the channel. But then what do we need to see to bolster the evidence that, or the case that we've had a wave 2 low here? We would need to break above the wave B high. Could be that we just came down to retest the channel, but again, I said there are various ways how this channel is drawn. You can also draw it like that. And if we draw it like that, which might be more valid, then yeah, we didn't break out. But still we can count this as 5 waves. And that would sort of support the situation and the case that we are actually changing trend here. But really strong evidence would be if we go above the wave B high here at nearly 23.5k. And this is exactly where we also couldn't break out today here, this ascending trend line of this, of this flag pattern basically, yeah. We couldn't break out above that. That's where we stopped here. So keep an eye on that as well. So yeah, this is currently where we are on the Bitcoin chart. Just want to make you aware that there is a chance we reverse now to the upside, but the evidence is still too weak. Ethereum looks much better. Ethereum broke out and kept quite high and stayed quite high. But eventually, to make sure that more coins are getting their breakout patterns triggered, Bitcoin just needs to do this breakout finally, yeah. And there's no way around it. Okay, and that's my view about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.